This right here is incredibly serious, and it genuinely, I'm not joking, deserves your attention. Once again, I apologize for the background. I apologize for the webcam quality. I'm still at Universal Studios, but I was forwarded this article. Last week, Nintendo and the Pokemon Company received a US patent on summoning a character and letting it fight another. This right here is arguably one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. Nintendo, they're not just targeting Palworld anymore. They are targeting Azur Promilia. They are targeting any current and future Pokemon game. They are targeting Honkai, Nexus, Anima, any game that features a main character, a player character, that then summons another character or creature to fight for them. This could redefine gaming forever, and not in a good way. But let's go ahead here and take a look at exactly what the article says. Nintendo continues to obtain new or modified patents to use against Pocket Pair's Palworld game and to deter others in the industry from competing. They want a complete and utter monopoly. This is obscene. Nintendo amended one of its Japanese patents in suit from the Palworld lawsuit, July 16th Games Free article, in such a way that even Hoyoverse's upcoming Honkai Nexus Anima game could be accused of infringing it. I've actually covered this before. I did a dedicated video saying someone came forward, like a consultant, an intellectual property consultant, that argued Nintendo were definitely seeking to, at the very least, patent something that would affect Honkai Nexus Anima, not necessarily suing Hoyo specifically, but something that was going to come very close to it. And that is made even more clear today. Possibly Bandai Namco's new Digimon game, too. Pocket Pair even felt forced to remove a feature from Palworld that had already demoed before Nintendo filed its first patent on gliding on May 11, 2025. What's new? As of 1 minute after midnight today, Nintendo owns US patent number 12,409,387. That one is related to the smooth switching of writing objects mechanism. Exactly 1 week ago, on September 2nd, 2025, the United States Patent and Trademark Office granted Nintendo another patent. Patent number 397. This covers the fundamental gameplay mechanic of summoning a character and letting it fight another. Summoning a character and letting it fight another. Yes, that right there. Any game that allows for you to capture a creature and use it in combat in any capacity. What the fuck are they thinking? Who do they even think they are? My God. The 387 patent that issued today covers a technique that Pocket Pair has recently worked around, so there's no leverage that Nintendo gains from that grant. But the 397 patent poses a fundamental threat to creativity and innovation in the games industry. That question is not specific to Palworld, but to a large number of games that already have that mechanic, as well as future releases that will have it. So games that already have the mechanic. By this logic, any game that has the ability for you to capture a creature, capture a character. So as an example here, the entire Digimon franchise, the Shin Megami Tensei franchise, again, Azur Promilia, Honkai Nexus Anima, Wuthering Waves, any game that lets you capture a creature and use it in battle, that is going to be infringing on their trademarks. Like, genuinely, you have to wonder, right? Like, you really do have to wonder, what are they thinking? Why are they trying to make enemies of the entire world? The entire the world, dude. The entire gaming industry and everyone that loves video games. That is who they are alienating right now by doing this. Nintendo's all-you-can-patent approach is instead of you gotta catch them all, it's you gotta patent them all, is enabled by the fact that some patent offices appear to be in a difficult position to find prior art, which typically exists in the form of other games rather than position to find prior art. Have they never seen any other game that allows for you to capture something? What? The industry at large will now have to think about what to do. It could be that some game companies will now step up their patenting activities. Oh my God, they're gonna start patenting everything, man. Every single game is gonna patent every single feature to the point where no video game can use anything ever again. Wow. Okay. At some point, companies that lose market share might prioritize patent monetization, either by going out and collecting royalties directly or by assigning their patents to third parties. Licensing, sure, yeah. So Nintendo are going to be like, all right, if you want to have any kind of character collection or creature collection, if you want to have a gliding mechanic or a mounting mechanic, or you want to have a creature battle for you mechanic, you have to pay me money. Even though they didn't come up with any of this shit themselves. Holy crap, man. That's wild. Here is a claim that goes on to elaborate on the scope of things. Performing control of moving a player character onto a field in a virtual space based on a movement operation input. Performing control of causing a sub character, so not your main character specifically that you control, to appear on the field based on a first operation input, and when an enemy character is placed at a location where the sub character is caused to appear, controlling a battle between the sub character and the enemy character by a first mode in which the battle proceeds based on an operation input, and when the enemy character is not placed at the location where the sub character is caused to appear, starting automatic control of automatically moving the sub character that has appeared, and performing control of moving the sub character in a predetermined direction on the field based on a second operation input, and when the enemy character is placed at a location of a designation, controlling a battle between the sub character and the enemy character by a second mode in which the battle automatically proceeds. To make a little bit more sense of this, step by step, if a game does all of the following, then Nintendo could start an infringement lawsuit. You have to be able to move your character in the virtual space. You need to be able to summon a character. They call it a sub-character, but what they mean here is not the player character. For example, a monster such as a Pokemon that the player character has at its disposal, or an Echo, or literally anything that isn't the player character, that is controlled by the player character. The logic branches out, with items 4 and 5 being mutually exclusive scenarios before reuniting again in item 6. This is about summoning a sub-character in a place where there is already another character that it will then fight. This alternative scenario is about summoning a sub-character at a position where there is no other character to fight immediately, and then finally to send the sub-character in a direction and then letting an automatic battle ensue with another character. It's not clear whether this is even needed if one previously executed step where the sub-character will basically be thrown at another character. The patent examiner decided to grant this patent on July 8, 2025 because they are absolutely fucking insane, and then took about 2 months to issue, which is normal. Nintendo first had to pay the fee. Oh no, they had to pay a couple $100. How terrible. This patent could be revoked, but it's not easy. Oh my god. Wow. And there we have it. Nintendo trying to destroy gaming single-handedly. I don't know why they're doing it. I don't know what inspired them to be so moronic, but here we have it. Just another gaming company doing literally the utmost, every single thing, every fiber of them being compelling them to do the dumbest thing possible, to take the worst course of action possible. This affects everything. This affects the ability to summon characters to fight for you. But even beyond that, this is just the beginning. It's only going to get worse from here. And I really don't know what they're doing. And I don't know what can even be done to stop them.